let's switch gears here and apply the core strategy that we've been working on to the larger time frames. Okay? And we'll try to find the next some big moves in the near future. We've caught some pretty huge moves here at FXStreet over the past couple years, and let's do that again, and let's apply our core strategy when doing that. Okay? And the market, market volatility obviously has been pretty extreme lately, and that just means that the distance between our larger time frame supply and demand levels is really big. So again, if you're brand new to the whole supply and demand concept that we talk about here, you probably want to go back and review some recordings, and we'll have other lesson days on it. But today as an application session, we're going to apply our core strategy, right? Pure market timing based on price action and price action alone. No indicators, no oscillators, no news, just price and market timing, which means the ability to time the market's turning points in advance with a very high degree of accuracy. So we're going to do that here today. Okay, and again, let's jump in and get started. So let's start with the euro, right? Quick look here at the euro. And remember, today we've been doing a lot of short-term trading with the whole supply-demand concept. Today we're going to focus on the larger time frames. So everybody should be able to see the screen, and we see these are our bigger picture levels we've been dealing with. These are some FXStreet levels, supply and demand. But I think we can add one level here. Okay. And I'm going to draw that in for you, and then I'll grab the chart again, and we'll talk about it. There's that one. So on the weekly chart, these are the three turning points, three areas where we would expect prices to turn. Now, let's talk about this upper supply level, if we should happen to get a rally in the euro. Okay? If we should happen to get a rally in the euro. Take a look at this supply level here. Rally-based drop. We've already had one pullback here. This is a nice short for us. But take a look at the price action here. Price barely trades into the level and collapses from that area. So what does that tell us about the supply and demand equation here? Lots of supply or not too much supply? In other words, small imbalance or big imbalance? What does that tell us? Yeah, pretty big imbalance, right? Exactly. So normally we only want to take, remember one of the odds enhancers we talk about, we only want to take the first pullback in price to a level, okay? But, the times when we can, the times when we can take the second or third pullback is when that first pullback into an area is very shallow. Make sense? Now remember, for those that are new, what we're talking about this point here is very different from what the trading books say. All the trading books say, when you don't take the first retest of a level, let the level be tested a few times and then take the pullback, right? Well, if you really think the logic through, that's the wrong thing to do. Think about it. Remember, I started my career on the floor of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, now the biggest exchange in the world. And I was dealing with institutional order flow and bank order flow for, in the currencies for years. And what I had in front of me all the time were stacks of orders, buy and sell orders, right? But think about it. Every time price would come down to a stack of buy orders, which was demand, right? What would happen to that pile of orders? Is it increasing or decreasing? All right? Well, what's happening to that pile of orders? It's decreasing, right? So think about it. You don't want to take so in other words, every time price comes back with each successive pullback to a level, that level is getting weaker, not stronger. Okay? All right. So let's watch for that. Yeah, we're going to look at the dollar, chart of the dollar next. Okay? Yeah, both of these we would consider Nico demand levels. Okay? Both of them look okay. Now this 135, I would use this more as a target. If prices come up into here in the euro and we get another short position off, I would look for this as a target, and I would only buy against this middle demand level for a short-term trade, not a big swing trade. And then I'd be more excited, buying down here at the lower demand level for a bigger picture trade. Does that make sense? Okay. But at the very least, we see the distance between our bigger picture levels is pretty wide, That means volatility is likely to be very big and strong, which is great. We like that, right? Remember, if you can time the market's turning points like we do here, you love volatility. If you can't, you don't like volatility. So that's a weekly chart. Let's get off this chart now and move down to smaller time frames. Okay. But before we do that, I want to take a look at the dollar. Yeah, the dollar's not moving too much. A lot of people are focusing on, so again, these are the levels we've had in FXStreet for a while, but we're going to add something to this now. There's the dollar chart. Okay. Sorry about that. There we go. Yeah, so take a look at the dollar. Yeah, the dollar index is definitely made, it's a weighted index, dominated by the euro, of course. Okay. Yeah, but you want to use the dollar index to time your trades. Okay. And let's take a look. So if I blow this up, so we had a nice move off that demand level. Now we've just been kind of chopping around sideways, but let's blow this chart up. Okay, and let's see what we have above and below. Now the thing is, what's interesting is, I keep thinking the dollar has got to get weak. I keep thinking the dollar weakness, but the chart is, I'm looking for a fresh supply level above, and it's not just today. I've been looking for that for a while, and I can't really find a fresh supply level above that's close. Okay, a level that looks really good to me, and you've seen a number of these work here at FXStreet. I'll just draw it in for you. Okay, and I'm not saying the dollar's just going to shoot right up to this level, but the fresh supply level above current price is, let me grab the chart again. It's really not till up there. Okay, now I know we have a bunch of pivot highs and stuff like that, but again, that's textbook version stuff. We want, if we're looking for really high quality, high probability levels, that's where I'd expect the next turning point to come from.